It is the same thing with your phone messages, your text messages, your email. There is this energy who has been masquerading as you, collective. There is someone else in particular in the energy. I don't know if this other party has been calling you on the phone, or again, maybe they think that they have been text messaging you or corresponding through emails. But whichever route that this is, where they think that they are talking with you, they're not. Nope, it is not you that this other party has been speaking to. Unbeknownst to them, they have been conversing and interacting with your hacker, with the person who has been blocking your communications. This hacker energy, they have been pretending to be you as they speak with this other individual. This outside party, they believe they have been exchanging words and thoughts and ideas with you. And all the while, you have no idea that this has even been happening. This hacker energy, they are obsessed with keeping you stuck. They want you trapped in a little bitty box that only they have the key to. So this is one of the ways that they go about blocking you. It feels like they are hyper fixated, in fact, on stopping you from ever developing a relationship with any other person, whether it is romantic or even platonic.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack. Astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything!
I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound, just move out.
Knowledge is power, for real.
Hey, it's Jack. I'm a star.
It's about a person that you had some type of relationship with.
Had.
This could have
Really?
been you thinking that, or this other person, or both of
Oh my
you
God.
could have been seeing a relationship as something that could have been like a 10 of cups, a family,
Okay, here.
that type of thing.
This woman is not. Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star in love. People are freaking out. Happens a lot these days. Apparently, people didn't understand that. I use my phone as a signaling device to distract people from what's really going on. Constantly. Since whatever I say on the phone goes into a hopper, and then some spurglord uber nerd makes up some shit and then sends that out to the people that I'm trying to contact, pretend to be me. It's been going on like 12 years. There's like a buffer between me and the rest of the world. Since I can't be allowed to associate with real people, what's that going to do to the economy? They've been kind of concerned about me ever since 1997.
Hi, hello, Arbel. Hi, I'm trying to talk to Arbel. Yeah, I saw a portal open in the bedroom of this man whose wife was claiming that she was having Anyway, there were these blue spheres that came out. Yeah, it's 1997. Yeah, hi, what? Click? Yeah. So, since that happened, and then I was more than happy to just blah, 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 yap, just tell the whole world, hi, I just saw a portal open. Like, seeing portals open, it's not well discussed. People don't like to hear about portals opening unless they're between legs, and even then, it's kind of iffy. Okay, but instead of keeping it on the down low, I attempted to say, hey, what's this for portal? Okay, and then within a few short days, I discovered, oh, I see. Nobody wants to hear about it because, yeah, it fucking happened. Yeah. And then people either knew, in which case they were like, shut up, Koozie, or they were like not able to get it. They thought I was crazy. Are you on drugs? I bet he's on drugs.
Have you met me? I better be. Now, I didn't understand until it came to me in a flash. Oh, people are terrified. And then that began to make me feel uneasy because if everybody's terrified and then I just found out, then that explains why everything's all fucked up, since terrified people don't get things done. Scared people don't understand how to think when they're worried about what's going to happen.
What do you mean we raped Kuzi? What? Well, that doesn't matter. He's just a boy. I'm sure he loved it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Wah, wah, wah. No, actually, it turns out the law is the law, right? And of course, I'm supposed to be quiet and get a job because I'm just a stupid needle junkie. But some people were kind of surprised to discover that they're on the hook for major felony crimes, even though I'm not planning on filing any lawsuits ever. Oh, no. And then I'm not planning on telling the story very much. I kind of like the way it sounds. Michael Kuzi raped by police. No, it wasn't bad. But yeah. So, not that that's an excuse, but if you want me to be a more productive worker, fuck your mother. I don't really give a shit what you want. Okay? Much like nobody really gave a shit what I wanted 37 years ago. I mean, it's not like I'm super traumatized. Little bit. And I don't really deserve the kind of experience where people tell me that I need to be sober and get a job and that I don't deserve to be a citizen. They're going to steal all my belongings and holler at me and try to kill me and claim that I'm their Goyim slave because I refuse to stop doing whatever else does. It just doesn't play well when it's listed out that way, which I don't really care about, although I'm beginning to notice it doesn't really behoove me to go on and on about it, mostly because of the word rape. People have this aversion to thinking about that because they don't understand, especially since I'm a mother. I always will be. Nobody wants to hear about that shit. Nobody wants to hear about it. And the reason why is because it's real. Yeah, it's not 1997 anymore. Things have moved on. And in 1997, I sent some emails to artbell@mindspring.com. Apparently those emails were purchased after it was discovered they were real. I guess when I started telling the story, people were like thinking I was making it up. No, motherfucker, shit happened. There's evidence. Portal. Sphere beings. Hi, little Michael Kuzi. The Hungarian who's hungry for love, drugs, just like raw polyester wrapping my body before I disrobe and start getting all juicy. I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. So none of this has helped me get laid. Not a bit, which is cool since I don't really want to get laid right now. Well, these words choices. It's very difficult for me to think about which words to use when I imagine. Oh my God! How long has it been? Oh my God! What? Yeah, my dick works. Kind of weird, but I mean, it's not like I can't. It's just I only get to do it for the first time again, for the first time once, and then after that, it'll be the second time. And then there's no real rush since there's some diplomatic issues happening, most of which having to do with being relentlessly stalked by a fucked off cadre of cyberbullies that are just ridiculous. I mean, I actually kind of like them at this point because the real sloppy, spoiled fruit parts have been peeled off, and the ones left behind are the ones who really actually admire me and don't quite understand that having a feed on their phone where they can look through my eyes, my phone, my surroundings through various technologies with the push of a button. Like, they just grew up with that. They don't think it's weird at all. And if they thought about it, they decide that they just get to because they're like that. Certain people are like that. And I'm not even going to argue. They actually get to. And whether I like it or not, they're gonna. And then the notion that, that I got a thing for somebody. People didn't really see that coming. Mostly because I kind of arranged to give the appearance that I had this other thing that had been going on and on and on for way too long. I gave the appearance of that still being a major playing role in my life by doing my usual writing and my blathering and my apparently preparing to publish another thrill-packed episode of 5 Minutes with Jackstar. None of that was true. I was just doing a feint because I'm like that. Because I'm fucking stalked by fucking creepy cyberbullies. Everything on my phone is visible. I gotta like not really telegraph what I want to do. Because if I did telegraph what I want to do, I'd be embarrassed. I think she's really cute and sweet and nice and pretty, and I feel like an idiot already. Sorry. And basically no one knows who this is. Well, some people do, but they don't really know. And even then, the ones that are spending time in their day to hypothesize about Medjardik. Why? How fucking spurgfag can a person be to be spending any time out of their day thinking about my wing? How like what? Nevertheless, this is a cottage industry on some planes of reality for reasons I don't really know why exactly, other than it's just sort of taken on not a life of its own, but my own life that it wears like a shroud. And the fact that I kind of go on and on and on about it for no money on my little YouTube show. It's part of the Men in Black Broadcasting Content Delivery Network. Even though I'm fucking up everything by doing it. Oh, I don't care. I love it. I didn't intend to destroy civilization, so I didn't. I improved it, partially by talking about my dick, but mostly by not using it. And years go by, people are like, well, what's he going to do? I'm going to fuck my brains out is what I'm going to do. I just don't know when. And then I say that so casually. Some people are like, what? Is that possible? Oh yeah. Used to do it all the time. Fuck yeah. And I'm gonna again. I might even breed. I don't know. That'll be up to tribal council. It'll be up to a number of people, actually, since I'm not really a man in charge of his own destiny anymore. Since once I started casting spells with this girl and realizing oh poo, I'm caught. Once I realize that it's actually a thing, it's hard for me to back away from the fact that, well, I haven't blown it yet, and then I'm pretty sure that this one sought me out in a way, and then I didn't know that was going to happen again ever. But either it did happen, or I'm delusional, or it could be both. And like, I just want to say hello. I can't even say, hey, let's go to the movies, because I haven't had a bath in fucking 4 months. All my clothes have been stolen. I've been wearing the same fucking clothes for 4 fucking months, day in, day out. No shit. Well, actually, quite a lot of it. There's no me walking up to a woman and picking her up like Richard Gere and Officer Gentleman. No. It's I'm a gentleman, but it's an orifice, and I literally smell like feces and urine and old bad Magyar stank, ripe with the stank of drain cleaner. Copyright Magic Castle LLC. Does this sound awesome yet, or what? Okay, obviously I'm the pick of the litter, and I'm not insane. This is happening. Okay, this is a real ongoing concern. For one thing, I'm not insane. She's really I don't want to say pretty, because I just did, and then she's got the same kind of hasn't been laid in forever vibe that a person gets when they just can't quite find the right combination of circumstances to make a series of bad life decisions. Having been in that position myself, and being intensely aware of how not desperate, but how much craving built up there must be for somebody to actually make a play for me with magic that functions and works. Like top marks, I'm already 2/3 of the way towards getting a timeshare. Not gonna. Yeah, so she must be fucking like really ratcheted up a few notches, and assuming that's real, I can probably at least capitalize on that for a rub and tug or something. I don't know. I don't know, since I don't do that kind of thing. And then I'm not going to do that at all, since I got this covenant, I got this ongoing political thing. I want to make sure that certain people get the right message, which is no. I decide about certain things, and then what I've decided is I want to go to the movies. I want to hold hands. I want to cuddle. I want to cook a goddamn meal and fucking take a fucking bath before the meal, and then take another bath, and then that's not a euphemism. I need to fucking bathe. Okay, and none of that's happening here. I don't know what's just happening there. Although I don't. When I start to hypothesize and theorize and plan, the conscious intellect just goes right out the window. Boo. It's when you like somebody enough to know that it doesn't really matter if or ever you're gonna get sexy with them. I can just think about her. That's pretty sexy, and then I don't want to do that really, because once again, conscious thought flies out the window. But given the circumstances and the way that I have a perverse sense of humor, having one of them long Virgo courtships where it's like 5 dates with a peck on the cheek, while cloak and dagger spooks are watching from fucking orbit with their fucking drones, and they're like, is he gonna finger bang her? What's he gonna do? Hit him again with the trank gun. They got these guns that make people lose control. They got these pheromone weapons. I hand to God that twice I found myself doing what I was going to do anyway, but much more alarmingly quickly. Works on anybody. And then I don't plan on doing that, but given that she was clearly made in heaven for exactly me, like almost exactly my type, down to including the awkwardly misplaced timing and assumption that got the entire chain rolling. She apparently thought that it was bad for me to be sending shitloads of texts on the internet. Apparently that was something deemed to be too chitty-chatty, and it seemed like she was chastising me when she said this, because I've theorized later on that it was her notion that she was going to somehow, just sneak away with me somehow for some sort of quick action, since it didn't occur to her that I'm the kind of batshit lunacy that sets things up for 25-year sentence. Since turns out I need a partner, in for a penny, in for a pound. I mean, she might just need to be like in the basement for 25 years and never seen again, like Charlie. And then speak to Charlie. Hey Charlie. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Charlie's mad. Okay. Well, you know what? Sorry, that's not really my concern. And then I don't need to talk to Charlie. I don't want to talk to Charlie. I don't really want to talk to anybody. I want to do one of those soft moans where you can't really control yourself and you're unable to stop yourself from making noises because reasons. That I'm into that. And it's been like 5-6 years, and rather than doing anything productive or useful towards that end, I'm blabbering into my fucking Google Pixel 6. No shame about that at all. None at all. Mostly because I got a hunch that she might be listening to me right now, since she's one of them kind of dames. And then I don't know who is listening to me right now, but people. And since I'm not talking about that other one, or the one that I was talking about before, or my mom, right, or a bad trap woman, no shortage of which has been thrown at me like swallows falling out of the air on the way to Capistrano. No, I like this one. I actually like this one. Fucking bet me, right? And far be it for me to be jinxing it, but I could see myself making a bad decision and then sticking with it anyway as like a cover story, while in the background I maintain the completely fucked off nightmarish life that I've been talking about for the last 5-6 years, without being at all obvious about it. I mean, I have some options here, people. I can do things that no one else can do. I can say things that no one else can say. Sorry, I was just not gonna lie. I was just thinking about her butt. I only saw it once or twice. It's not bad that I get tongue tied. I don't want to be gross about it or anything. I'm really quite shy, and there are some complex issues at play here that I don't know exactly what to do with, because unusually so for me, my sex life is the focus and attention of a bunch of fuckhead clandestine feds and spooks and cloak and dagger experts who think that they're going to cockblock me at all, ever, and have taken gleeful delight in doing so for quite a while. One of the things I like about this girl, it looks like she could probably throw a shuriken, and a great first date would be running around town and fucking slitting these goddamn throats of these motherfuckers and taking scalps. Wee, I got one, wee. This one said I was fat. That kind of shit. That's what's become of my imagination. I'm not thinking of rose petals. I'm not thinking of sexy haiku. I'm thinking of murder with my sweetie. holding hands as he skipped through fields of daisies and skin patches, laying waste to the field of our enemies, driving them before us and hearing the lamentation of their whatever the fuck they have, eunuchs, fucking catamites, whatever. I haven't really thought through that carefully, but this is the person I've become since the last time I was getting on to somebody. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels good. It feels great. Hang on. Are you gonna be snippy? If you are, it's okay. That's my housemate. Are you? Okay. He's kind of shy. He's got a mild concern that I'm not gonna like him anymore, which would be devastating for him, frankly, because we're pretty good friends. And being in the position I am in, where I could have him evicted in the drop of a hat. I mean, it can happen to other people. Not going to happen this time, mostly because I need somebody to stay here while I go out and fuck my brains out a lot, since nobody's coming back here. And then I don't know what his mind thinks about these things, since I'm not him, but never had that kind of possessiveness thing prop itself up, since I don't usually go on and on and on about this sweetheart girl that I got a crush on. That's probably never going to happen. And then why there's any resistance from anybody ever. I'm kind of new at this, being a national treasure.
What if he stops being able to be a sorcerer? What if he loses his magic powers when his dick gets wet?
Like, I'm not at all concerned about that, but mostly because I don't give a shit if I lose my magic powers or not. I'm pretty clear that at some point there's going to be friction with pumping. I don't really care if it's a cantaloupe or a honeymoon in Vegas. Things have got to start happening in a activity that used to be something I spent a whole bunch of time on. Now I spend all my time on it, otherwise in denial or activity. And then nothing gets done in that end, since for the longest time, well, I got this covenant, which I don't want to go on about right now, but it's kind of a big deal. And then I got this other thing going on where there was this woman that I had to deal with for work, and then there was this other woman that I said to Grapefruit,
yeah, if you do this other thing, I'm gonna do her.
And the response was almost immediate. I have to tell you that I was behind her, and it was pretty good. And then she started to like wildly buck and gyrate as I said this. It wasn't a donkey punch moment, but anyway, I didn't really plan it that way on purpose. If I ever have that circumstance again, I'll definitely plan ahead better, because she did not care for what she was hearing, because I guess she knew at the time I was serious. I was still serious, yeah. And then I didn't think that she had possibly done what I was imagining, but it was a complex time, and I didn't really think it entirely through, but it was somebody that I was thinking about making the beast with two backs ahead of time. And then I didn't, because I chose another path, and then it turned out that path involved complexifications that eventually made me realize, why am I not doing this other thing? Not that she's a thing. More on that later. But it seemed to be an obvious thing that, okay, at some point, all right, well, I'm gonna break orbit and burn Atmo for this other thing. And I guess at the time I didn't realize it was so complicated. It was complicated. Oh yeah, big time. And my first glimmer of this was when she started to spasm like a jumping bean with epilepsy, which I didn't enjoy too much, since it didn't seem to be fair to take too much pleasure in that. But I did certainly enjoy the notion that, wait, she's not yet aware that I'm a serious individual. No, I'm perfectly capable of doing that kind of thing. And I don't know if she thought I was too shy or too scared or incapable of banging every broad in town. It's not really my thing, but I'm a sorcerer. It's on the menu. But I happen to like being focused. And I also happen to like being focused on my dick. So anyway, I hadn't actually done this yet because I didn't think that it was going to be necessary. And when I came home on Christmas Eve to say anything at all, it was to indicate, hey, did you forget what I said? What about this? What about this? What about that? I didn't have to come home. I wasn't going to fight anybody. I was going to say, hey, are you sure? What's with this weirdo? Or that kind of thing. And rather than have a conversation at all, I walked in on a shrieking showfest. And then instead of going there, I ended up going to jail, where I was offered a rape elf. A woman actually came into the cell holding dinner in her shaking arms. They don't usually send women into cells. It was a special moment. I did not take advantage of this moment since I didn't want to do that. I didn't say, if you blah blah blah, I'm gonna bang the first rape elf that walks into my prison cell. No. I said, if you did this, I'm gonna do this and talk to this other person. No. Okay, well, yeah. And before that, I hadn't, but it was a thought. And in no way did I need to hide that from anybody, but apparently somebody thought that I had, and then I was hiding it, and they got some sort of strange dichotomy in their head. I don't know why that happens, but I think it has something to do with brain damage and psyop, sex pred dudes thinking they're all that. They really are. And me being a little unusual in the sense that I don't need to lie about my dick. Don't want to lie about anything. I bet I definitely don't need to lie about that. And on several occasions I said, if I was doing that, I'd be proud to tell you. Yeah, look what I did, woo! Or hear about it. And then I guess that was something new in Grapefruit's experience. Or something so monumentally ghastly that it's just, my mind blocked it out. I didn't know about any of these things. I just thought it was the way it was going to be and didn't think about it because I had other things going on that didn't involve a hypothetical future in which I changed my dick target. Mostly since I knew that if I did change my dick target, I was going to want to change it a lot. Don't really want to do half measures. Don't really want to slip it in a little bit and then back up and say, okay, that's enough. No, it's not. It's never enough. Maybe sufficient, but it's temporary. So after the ambush and during the meeting of the elf and I, gosh, she was cute. She really was. If I ever wanted to have a rapey elf experience in jail, that was the time to do it. But I didn't want that. It made me realize, no. I want to see this other one. Find out what's going on. Mostly to find out what's going on. And then perhaps get in there. Perhaps at the time. I still haven't conquered that hill. Don't care to. Found new girl. Not really very similar at all. And more than happy to say that the information that I put into my phone but didn't publish, which was mostly centric on this whole phenomenon, apparently fooled people from coast to coast. I don't know who the fuck looks at my phone. Nerds. I don't know why. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just know that I'm looked at. I just know that there's robots and metadata and shit happening with bored nerds who are looking for any hint of an informational advantage they can gain to figure out what little Michael Kuzzi's going to do besides fucking asking me, hey Mike, who do you love? Well, Queen Elizabeth II, Helen Mirren. Sorry, I was able to somehow keep my head straight by not thinking of the girl's name. I don't want to say it. I kind of want to whisper it, and then I don't want to do it yet because I'm already on the fine edge of losing my mind. I genuinely like her. And once I start thinking about certain things, I'm just going to turn into a puddle of goo. I'm just going to fucking melt. And it's my hope that that's not going to bother anybody. Anybody important anyway. I mean, it's going to bother a bunch. It's going to, I don't have to hope it's going to bother people. But specifically the ones that can sometimes go blender or cry in that way that makes nearby children wonder what Jackstar did wrong, if anything. I don't want to appear to be the bad guy. I'm bigger than Paul Bunyan now. Feels good, not gonna lie. I mean, how big is Paul Bunyan anyway? I was a big deal before. Now it's ridiculous. What? Okay, well, actually, I do know exactly how and what. Sweetie's a big deal, and then she's got a bunch of friends who are big deals, and they're all super secret, covert military assets. And then rather than keep that secret, I've just been saying, blah, 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 covert military asset, hee. Ha, she put the bracelets on Maduro. I don't think that's true. I don't give a fuck. I like saying it. She bopped him in the nose and then threw him to the floor. I don't think that happened. It appeals to me to say that. And it probably could have happened. I mean, there's not many like her, but there's certainly a few. And Sweetie's fluent in Spanish and most assuredly wasn't very yeah, no, wasn't very fond of what was going on, and I didn't know that anything in my life would lead to the best president ever, Donald J. Trump, sending in Delta Force to get that slimy little sleazebag fuck out of fucking Venezuela and just doing it. I don't think there's any connection. He lied, but whatever extent I had to suffer at all, in any way, oh, it's so worth it. So worth it. I don't know how many of you how many of you know what a big deal it was. I don't. Never mind. You can't tell me. It's secret. So, while you all are worried about Iran, my mother had a hairdresser. She was from Iran. Not that means anything, but okay, actually it means a lot. Anyway, so I don't know what you're all worried about. I got it. My heart has wings. I don't give a rat's ass about anything. It's not limerence, but it's pleasure. Whereas before it was angst-ridden annoyance. Like, what the fuck? Where is this woman? Why can't her? Why isn't the phone ringing? Why am I surrounded by who? Why is Heather Wade laughing at me? These kind of questions are not sexy ones. I know why she's laughing at me. She and I are friends. I don't know if you know this. She's a witch. I'm a paladin. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's like she's Elizabeth Montgomery and I'm one of the cast characters. I'm coming on after Agnes Moorehead. I'm the paladin. Oh, we go way back. We're friends. I'm not gonna jack her shit with Heather Wade. She's way too fragile, right? I bet she farts a lot. The new one's probably her fucking litter mate. Probably. At a certain level, all these broads know each other, and I think the one who's comparatively dumpy and frumpy and timid, not really, but I think she's way hotter. I think she's the hottest teenage witch around, the hottest middle age, like was that like Alice except with finger snaps or something. Is that giving too much away? Anyway, where was I? I don't know. My roommate's mocking me and laughing at me. He thinks I'm an asshole because not only am I not into him, I mean I am, but I'm not. Not only am I not into him, I'm not doing anything useful. I'm standing here. I mean, this is not in any way attractive to anybody except me, since I know what I'm not saying, and there's this throbbing torrent of energy. I know it's there. I'm not hallucinating. It's there. And then I don't know when, like the hottest ginger alive. I don't know what to call her yet. I'm still kind of stunned. I'm assuming that she's gonna not mistake my legitimacy since she kind of started it. This is just what it sounds like when I don't know how to keep from sounding like an idiot. I don't know. I like me, whatever. And then I don't really care who else is listening to this ever and wondering if I'm having a petite mal or if I'm actually delusional enough to think that this is some sort of build up to a romantic spasm. It's not. It's a lot of cope. It's a certain amount of backpedaling, a lot of wagon circling, and then a healthy dose of just as I have been cock blocked in the past, now I'm information blocking the news about my thing going on. Like, yeah, I bet you want to know more. You know, I wanted to know more about things too in the past, and nobody gave two shits. Nuh-uh. Not even a by your leave or a sorry. And now anybody who wants to know more, well, yeah, me too. But I'm kind of controlling that at the moment. Kinda. There's also the matter of I don't know how to move forward best other than what I'm doing. And best would ordinarily be some sort of plunging into the minge just as soon as possible, which shouldn't be too hard. It's not very far away. I don't know what time she gets off work, but I'm not going into her work ever, I think, since I'm already been told that I'm trespassed. It's kind of my brand, and I almost don't care. But in point of fact, I actually have to, since I just don't want to make any domestic terror-like faux pas, or do like a Jerry Lewis major flub, or fail to capitalize on the last event, which was quite a while ago, and then she seemed to think that I was being some kind of a idiot moron. She's also part of my brand, but she seemed to think that too much chitty chatty was a bad idea. I bet she thought that, since it's the kind of thing that was leading directly to me being sent to jail, which ordinarily a person would think not what I had in mind, but in point of fact, I kind of had to go to jail, and pretty quickly I realized that if I didn't, I would be irretrievably lost in the days of being just the lovesick idiot puppy, kind of like now. Yeah, that was a while ago, and I was kind of offended, but I also knew that there was no way that she could actually understand that I had to go to jail. And since then, I've now been exonerated at trial. All charges are dropped. I got a suspended sentence, so I have to be a good boy. I don't give a fuck about anything besides this what this woman smells like, and to a lesser extent what I smell like. Somebody may not realize this, but the too much chittery or chatty is not what I want to be doing with my lips, teeth, and gums. So I'm compensating for something then and now. And then she couldn't have known that. She couldn't have known that. I didn't really know it. I figured it out pretty fast. Yeah. And then she probably thought I was just being some sort of a spastic retard, high on drugs. Not a good look for a business. No, it really wasn't. It wasn't a good look at all. Which is kind of what I was aiming for, since I didn't want to actually try to do anything, since I felt kind of self-conscious about being that goddamn lonely. And months later, well, I'm certain that she's wondered what happened to me, since I haven't been back, and I know exactly what happened to me. I didn't want to like roll in and then get trespassed again and go to jail, which is probably what will happen if I show up the wrong way at the wrong time. I mean, it's a place of business. It's a place where people aren't there to see me being a Rain Man with a dick. It's gross. And then I'm sure it's distracting for someone to be the focus of my attention when it's legitimately attending. There's no getting anything done. So consequently, I can't really go there at all without recognizing that, the people who run the place have a legitimate reason to just get rid of me. And the notion that I'm just going to throw out a hook and take her with me seems disturbingly reasonable. Shockingly so. It's too much chitty chatty. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. Not really a litmus test, but if it's still not too much, I can dial it down. In fact, I want to dial it down, and then so does my housemate. He's kind of rankled since, he doesn't have a thing like this right now, and then he doesn't have a worldwide, secretly insanely popular debrief 5 minutes with Jackstar, soon to be award winning. That I don't give a shit about at all. I just kind of want to talk to a person who makes me feel this way without having to go to jail or be shot or worry about being shot or make somebody lose a job or wonder if she's badged or not.
Hi, my name's Michael. Do you have a badge?
That's not how I usually start these things. But I could. Yeah. I don't think I really have to. It feels like it started for me. So a little unusual, and even though it is embarrassing and awkward for my housemate, I don't really have a choice. It's either stand here and sound like an idiot, or just walk down the street and do something stupid, or be distracted and not get anything done, There might be some other ores in there, but on the bright side, if I do what I'm doing now, I can sort of get it out of my system in a way. It's not getting out of my system. What is out of my system is the other hour of content that's about a different person entirely. I was considering maybe layering them together in some sort of crazy remix thing and making it seem like really psychotic and insane, which isn't going to matter to the person who said I was being too chitty-chatty and then saw me get hauled off by the police. I mean, if I'm like this all the time and there's nothing substantial there, that would be bad, but the notion that I'm this much into performance art and then I'm more than happy to, just throw it all away. Take a vow of silence, just like as long as I can get quirked up by her. I'm going to say center of gravity. That's not like a practical idea, but the part of the brain that controls speech is the same part of the brain that controls the parts of the body that handle fluids and such. So yeah, I don't want to be talking either. Maybe some murmurs, some light panting. That'd be way more, way more, I think. But as a practical matter, I'm filthy. I stink like bile and vomit. And vomit left town. I don't know how I'm going to get cleaned up. I don't know where to go. I don't have the ability to go to the establishment and take a shower there. I might have at one point. I don't now. I don't have the same kind of rights that a normal person would, because the last time I was there, I got put into a police car and taken away because I was being too chitty-chatty. And months later, I've decided, oh yeah, I actually like that. It's so batshit crazy. It's not even remotely plausible sounding, even to me. The other way. Scared. What are you scared of? You're not getting your dick sucked?
We are back for another message. Thank you, our lover.
No. Hang on, back up. Now I can't hear very well because I'm walking across the overpass. It's 1 a.m.
So the energy that's coming out.
I'm walking across the I-5. I'm walking across the I-5 because I don't have a vehicle.
Fear.
Actually, I do have a vehicle. I have fucking 8 vehicles. Where the fuck are they? I don't fucking know. They're not getting airdropped. I don't have my license back yet, since mysteriously, for some reason, I can't seem to get the precious metals broker to fucking liquidate my fucking silver.
Okay. It's an ex-lover here.
Ex-lover.
Into this message.
Personally, I love Y, but whatever.
Somebody in fear, afraid, uneasy.
Oh my God, somebody's in fear.
Scared.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that, right?
Healing.
Somebody in fear. Are you afraid that I'm not going to get my fucking silver fucking liquidated? Huh? Are you afraid I'm not going to have money to pay my taxes? Are you afraid you're going to be fucking pissing me the fuck off? Probably not. Probably not. Are you afraid that you pissed me off too much? Maybe. I don't know. Who's my enemy? Are you afraid that you got the wrong fucking enemy? Who chooses the paladin on initiative of God? He's got 10 levels of fucking divine shielding, plus secondary shielding, plus my fucking asparagus order. Who picks me as their enemy? Who? I have no idea. Yeah, they say you can't pick your family, but you pick your friends. Can you decide not to be enemies anymore? Fucking hobgoblin, fucking hillbilly bitch. Fuck.
Easy and fear any of that energy here. Okay, they thought they chose a better option.
They thought they chose a better option, or
they thought the grass was greener.
They thought the grass was greener.
This could even be some type of jealousy here.
Jealousy. Oh, okay. So this may surprise you, jealous girl. Hi, jealous girl. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean that we're enemies. It means that you're an immature, whiny little bitch who doesn't know how to fucking share, right? That's fine. A lot of people start that way. Now, I can help you. But first, I want you to sit around and be jealous for a little while fucking longer. I know what that's like.
Stress, panic attacks, depression.
Panic
because
attacks?
someone is healing.
Okay, well, those aren't fun, okay?
Something may be mended. Somebody making progress. Okay?
Oh, yeah, we're making progress, yeah. Like, if I got an enemy who's jealous of me, I don't know, what are you jealous of? Are you jealous because I have a dick, or are you jealous because I don't need to use it? Let's just work on the idea that I'm jealous that you have boobs that you can fondle. Totally jealous, yeah. Oh wait, I have the... I guess I'm jealous that you know who the fuck you are, and I don't. You know who I am. I don't know who you are. So that gives me an advantage. Enemy.
So what's going on with this ex-lover energy here?
Ex-lover.
Something about sexual protection here coming out, trying to come out in reverse. Somebody did not use sexual protection here.
Oh. What's that?
Somebody money hungry. Somebody made some bad choices. That's the truth.
Bad choices.
Somebody money hungry. Somebody here did something here. Something has been hidden surrounding someone's ex-lover being money hungry.
Excellent.
Someone has not confessed or brought in clarity or revealed what has taken place or transpired behind the scenes.
Oh, you mean...
Someone is definitely in fear, scared, uneasy because of their bad choices.
Oh, you're afraid that you have herpes. Or you're afraid that you married the wrong guy, or you're afraid... I don't know, see, because somebody could have called me and said, hey, I'll be there in 2 hours.
Whatever game somebody been playing or whatever they've been doing here, it's over.
Oh, I see. Wow. You know, that sounds like when I had sex with that woman
Is it salt or sugar? Looks can be deceiving. Somebody may have thought that they was, aligning themselves with someone that was sweet, innocent, or just a good person. But they could have been very salty, very bitter, money hungry, had things, secrets, things about them that maybe someone did not see or realize. Okay?
So I was in jail, and then instead of...
This is what's weird.
Are you busy?
Somebody been putting on the show here.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that.
Putting on the show.
Well, I kind of know that. Yeah, see, I know that you do that.
Pulling the strings and shit behind the scenes. Being a puppet master.
Puppet master. Okay. So I don't know who's your puppet master, but if it's the same guy who told you to take me down to Longview and leave me at the laundromat and then go fuck 2 guys at a parking lot and then take all my shit back to your house and then come back, if it's the same guy who did that, don't worry, because I'm not upset or anything. And then I don't know who your puppet master is, but I can't wait to find out if they play chess. Do they have a bank account?
Committed a theft. Somebody a thief.
Oh my God, a theft.
Somebody's ex-lover here.
Wow.
They did something to gain great fortune.
Oh yeah, wow.
And it could be a mature man that's in fear because of their bad choices by being connected to this person, or they could be the one that made the bad choices here to be the thief.
They're afraid that they're a thief. Well, it does say, thou shalt not steal in the commandments, but since I didn't steal...
Privileged lady. Somebody thought that this person was the privileged lady or some shit. Okay? You could actually be the privileged lady in this situation, divine feminine. Okay.
Well, I don't feel guilt for stealing shit, so that's cool. Yeah.
We got an official person here in family room.
Official person.
So Spirit is saying here, collected. Somebody could be your family member.
Oh yeah? Is that my cousin Timothy?
With a family here. Okay?
Family. Do they count as family when they don't talk to you for years and they try to put you in prison and tell you that you're addicted to drugs and you're not? I don't know. Although if they're not family anymore, maybe I can have sex with my cousin's daughter.
Somebody got an official title or badge or something like that as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Are they a deputy secrets paladin? Because I am. Hey, doggy. Now, nobody needs to panic since I'm not insane. I'm not mad. I'm not totally happy that people are embarrassed, but if you are, that's cool. That's better than me going to prison. Now, I'm going to remind everybody here. Hang on a second.
So
Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. I was exonerated at trial. I've been cleared of criminal charges. I'm not a wrongdoer. I'm pretty sure I'm not addicted to drugs. And then, since I'm not a sex-obsessed weirdo, I don't have to have sex with my cousin's daughter, but I think that's a funny joke, since apparently he was concerned that that was something that he had to take steps to prevent happening. Mostly by treating me like dog shit and thinking that I was a nigger and that we couldn't be trusted to be alone together. Which I don't know is more insulting to whom. I mean, doesn't that imply that she can't control herself, or does that imply that I'm gonna, become a raging beast? I mean, like, what the fuck, dude? For one thing, I'm 52 now. For another, this might be something that you might want to, discuss openly and say you're sorry about, since I can't imagine how upset your daughter is, but I know I'm offended. That's why I tell jokes openly about you and your dipshit bigoted prejudices. Since, I'm not gonna have sex with your daughter, dude. I'm gonna have sex with some other man's daughter. Most daughters are the daughters of fathers. And then typically, if they're alive, they probably don't want to think about their daughter making an O-face to little Michael Koozie. Ooh, ride me, Michael. Do me, Michael. No, they probably don't want to think about that. Similarly, I don't really want to think about your daughter. Hi. She and I are friends. I like her. And mysteriously, I've never felt compelled to force myself onto her. Never once. Never. But if she wants me to really piss you off, I'll do that shit on OnlyFans. Fuck, why not? What's it going to do? What are you going to do? Sue me? Are you going to pass a law at your secret Masonic lodge and make it illegal for little Michael Koozie to bang hot girls? She is cool. She's hot. I haven't seen her many times, but just the fact that I can probably make you swallow your tongue just by giving her a long hug, that makes her even hotter. And since I don't think about this subject much, and it's so verboten and dirty and naughty, and I'm recording this speech of mine, this is the best soliloquy ever. Thinking about what I'm not going to do is very basically way more exciting than actually doing it. Although I can't say for certain since I haven't. And while I don't need to find out, Timothy Michael Gifford, sir, I'd like to point out that I didn't need you talking shit to me on Telegram pretending you were somebody else telling me that I'm addicted to drugs. Dude, fuck you. With respect, cousin. I don't know if you were pretending to know what the fuck you're talking about, or if you actually believe that the reason why I'm pissed off about my missing enchanted ounce of weed is because I want to get high. No, it's because I don't like getting fucking stolen from, you fat fuck. Like, how fucking square are you that you think that I don't have rights to personal property? Like, is that an act, or is that something they're forcing you to say at gunpoint, or are you really that opposed to Hungarian blood? Have I really offended you to such a degree that you're gonna take everything I got and everything I'm ever gonna have, and you're gonna start with my weed, and you're gonna come into my home, my residence? You're gonna claim that it's not mine but yours. How fucking square do you get to be that any of that shit makes sense to you? Or have I got it wrong? Is that somebody else who sounds like you? And then you're just mysteriously absent the whole time when a bunch of fucking thieves are fucking running rushshod through my house and taking everything I've ever owned. Fucking taking all my fucking my clothes. I'm wearing a pair of shoes that was given to me by a guy who looks like your brother, who I thought died, but doesn't know what we think it is. And then I like him, but apparently he doesn't like me too much. Since I don't give a fuck what you guys think. I know my rights. I know what I'm doing. I'm not in trouble. And this guy who lives down here in the trailer with this woman, they seem kind of standoffish lately. Are they afraid I'm going to have sex with their daughter too? This seems like way too much attention being paid to little Michael Kuzzi's dick, which isn't getting any action. I think y'all might have what they call a condition, which might make sense if I was actually getting any action, but since I'm not, I'm forced to wonder, what the fuck are they putting in your cornflakes? Your roast beef comes from buffalo from what range? Like what the fuck are you thinking? I haven't had running water in 4 years. You can't fucking run down here and pick me up and let me have a fucking shower and a nap on your couch. Why? Am I too salty? Why? What? Is your fucking prejudice based on shit that's just so secret you can't even tell me why you're such a dick? Speaking of thieving, where's my father's guns? Tell you what, don't answer me now. The walls have ears. But my father's guns, number one, are cursed. Number two, I'm talking to this guy for a second. Hang on a second. Click. Or not click. Whatever. Hey, car. I can't hear that. Oh. Timothy, your daughter's wanting me to take it easy on you because she's afraid you're going to have a stroke. Huh. Well, technically, you already had a stroke or two. That's how she got here. Is that a joke I shouldn't make? Well, it might seem a little tasteless. I think it's funny. But the real tasteless thing is that you've been doing this fucking shenanigan bullshit with my life for a little too longer than it needs to be. Like, are you getting fucking pushed around by Smirsh? Or just do you think that treat me like dog shit is gonna be paying off in spades later? What's up? Hi, it's Jack from Star, and I don't know what I was talking about. That was hours ago. Now it's 1:30. No, now it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was 1:30 then. I'm going to say this. I've been fairly enthusiastically occupied with a number of pursuits. Hi.
We got healing coming out again here, a different day. So Spirit said this situation will be healed. Health and balance is returning progress, mind, body, and soul. If your health was affected, maybe it wasn't from any type of like sexual.
I've got an internal systemic fungal infection presenting in the lower extremities. What that means is I've got little tiny mushrooms growing out of my toes. You can't see them unless you have a magnifying glass. And it's not really a problem because the mushrooms growing out of the toes, that's the best part. To pair well with a nice Chianti. I've got mushroom spores throughout my body. And the reason why is because that's the way the company operates. It's not
game over.
It's not
we have increased in time. Somebody been trying to slow something down here. Slowing something down.
So for some time now, I've been looking to get my money and sleep somewhere else. It'll take 4 months for me to no longer have an internal systemic fungal infection, because it takes a while for it to get gone the right way. I don't really want to. You don't really want to be having a crippling case of sepsis ever. Sepsis will kill you dead. And right now I'm in pretty good health. They're not toadstools, right? But the human body is not meant to have fungus among us. And then I like mushrooms. And I don't think I've been afflicted with something bad that's going to murder me, although hard to say. I have to see a doctor. I have to see my doctor. I have to see my primary care physician. And I don't think it's catching, although it might be, right? And I don't know if it will enhance or detract from my sexual characteristics. I do know that some people are disgusting, and that some people have a fetish for having bad feet, and then knowing this, they have a sexual release. They get a fetish for tricking people into sucking their toes anyway. And they like it when the person finds out and goes, ew, except significantly more ew. Like, I've never done that because I don't suck on toes. I suck on tongues. I like eyes. And I don't plan on getting any action anytime soon. I've got an internal systemic fungus infection with presentation in the lower extremities. It's not okay, it's not that bad. But I don't wanna say, hey, let's have sex. And then do you want to see my collection of spores, molds, and fungus? No.
It's on the healing card. Alright. So something here is ending. Game over.
Oh, God.
Somebody thought about choosing the other side here. That was a better choice, an option for them. Okay. Alright. So you're going to be faced with many different options here. This going to be revealed to you.
I'm not aware of anybody who's excited to get on my dick. If I were, they would be by law commanded to jump and run at me. And then I don't know if never mind. I don't want to get into that. I'm pretty tired. I might start babbling, and I'm not overly sick. I think I could cuddle. I would like to be driving a Cadillac, but the phone number is on the dashboard. Why do I have the dashboard there? Why? Oh, it doesn't. Hello? Oh, God. Okay.
They want to show many possibilities here.
Weird.
So the sudden event is increased in time. This is why somebody. So loving new associations are going to be made between you and someone or you and others. Beneficial meetings that's going to bring an extension for you. Okay? Option or the pathway that was revealed to you. Once you walk away, choose something different. You know, something like that here. Okay?
Never happened.
Yeah, you're ready for success though. You're ready. You're going to be successful in this situation here. Okay? Successful in recovering abundance. Okay?
There's no shortages.
Somebody could have did something through DoorDash.
And I can say, I pretty much see dead people respirate for some. You go through your pockets to get by fork.
What else do you want to listen about? Secrets about drugs?
Sure.
There's things that's been hidden that has not been. You have not, even if you know that something went on or took place or that was done to you, maybe even someone around you that you know. Take this resonates. And if this is not DoorDash, this could be any form of food delivery. Okay?
So I'll show the push button.
Robber, somebody a robber. Somebody here robbed somebody here for something. You committed a theft. Or you would say you did something here. That energy been coming out recently.
Trial.
Trying to frame you, trying to put something on you, claiming you did something, claiming you responsible for some shit. Your name is cleared, reputation restored, game over. This secret, this confession, this clarity, this reveal could whatever the hell been going on, it could be equally to a recall. Any act of robbery, counterfeiting, theft, embezzlement, fraud, or dealing in obscene matter. Okay?
Good.
Somebody tried to say you did something. Somebody could even say that you had something like an STD or sexually transmitted disease. Sexual protection never got involved.
Yeah,
and they feel like they made a bad choice here by getting involved in this.
Probably shouldn't have gotten involved between me and my court date.
You learn, and you learn from situations and you move forward. Okay?
It was there.
Somebody got put on blast. Somebody could have personally told you was wrong or not. But somebody here got mad because they got put on blast about something here. They was called out for some shit that they did. Okay, so you say you're not wrong. Okay? Somebody tried to put something on you, blame something on you, point the finger at you for something you didn't do, and you called that bitch ass out. You're not wrong. Okay?
Cool.
Somebody took an Uber and Lyft here to do something. Somebody took an Uber and Lyft to do something. The path that you were supposed to go down. They wanted the doors and windows that was open up for you to open up for them. They wanted your many possibilities. They did something to be money hungry. They have stolen something and committed theft, but they did more than that.
Wow. That's complicated.
How'd you find this place? What? Facebook.
Clear.
Somebody at the electric company here is significant to this situation here. They could have utilized someone at the electric company. They even for someone, if you have a child with children, they even try to get your child and your children taken from you, whether you notice or not. This is all the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes. Okay? Spirit says a reader pushing out false readings, working with someone in the justice system. It's a divine masculine's family that's been involved in blocking a divine feminine. One coach or multiple coaches could be significant. Somebody could be a coach. Big yikes. This situation is not it. This situation is full of BS. Somebody been making threats to a divine feminine. Threats.
They do it on purpose.
And whether this is direct threats or direct threats. However. Okay? What else do you want the collector to know?
Oh, wow.
They could even be trying to threaten a divine masculine as well. Somebody could even be being threatened to not speak or reveal the truth or to speak up. People was paid to watch you. Spirits say pretenders and fakers. Okay. Somebody messing around with an investigator. Effing the investigator. We got protection of foreign officials. Somebody here could be a foreign. Somebody could be being protected by foreign officials. That could be you. That could be someone else. Something that they don't want to be discovered or found out about DNA. They got a coven involved in this as well. You're making threats.
Wow.
It says if you ain't been here the whole time, then get the fuck out. One person or multiple people ain't been around you the whole time. Okay? A rainy day here is significant here. You are a chosen one, collector. Okay? This could be family that's still living today, collective. I don't know, maybe you wasn't raised with this family. Okay? A PI detective is significant here. A crime is being investigated. Someone getting locked up. Time to pull your energy back from this person and these people that are intentionally doing things to piss you off. In your face and behind your back. You could have pulled your energy back from one person, multiple people, but I really feel like there's someone else that's been connected to these people that's about to pull their energy back. Somebody going back over things to cover their tracks. They don't want to go down for the shit. Okay? Could be the runner. Could be someone that's always doing other people's dirty work. That was working with others to do their dirty work. Okay? It says be smart not to get involved because these people are done. If somebody has been involved, they may be pulling out. Okay? They may be disconnected from the situation here. Okay? A hitman found out the truth here, the real truth, and mad as hell at the crime. I did say somebody else that may have discovered the truth. Okay? It could even be multiple people that did not know the full truth that's discovering the truth about whatever this is that's been going on here. So somebody's being smart not to get involved in this because they know that these people are done. Says sorry, not sorry, I was gonna be me. They want to change who you are, want you to change who you are, try to change who you are as an individual. You're gonna be you just like who they are, you're gonna be who the fuck you are. Close this message out.
Okay.
Something about the whole office knew about something. The truth wasn't a secret. Somebody could work in the office or something like that. Some type of office setting. The whole office knew that somebody here committed the theft. The whole office knew. Okay? It wasn't a secret. It wasn't a secret about somebody's bad choices here. It wasn't a secret about the threats that they've been making. The thievery that has gone on. Okay? Spirit is saying, yo, the shit ain't no secret. What else do you want to collect to close out this message? Somebody's never been inside your home before. It's significant here. This could be someone new. This could be someone, a family member, or someone new here that's not a family member. It could be a parent that birthed you. Or someone.
She's gonna do it.
Somebody got something hitting the floor at their job or at their home. Okay? This could be connected to this great fortune. Somebody outgrowing or outgrew the toxic room. Exit with dignity. Somebody about to exit a situation with dignity. You could have already exited, an environment Okay, a community, for someone, a workplace. This could be somebody else here that's about to exit a situation here. Okay? Let's get a few more to close out this message. This is really giving the energy of somebody else that's been helping these people and connect to the situation that's about to be done with this game over and all that type of shit coming out. It's giving somebody else. This situation too fucking toxic for someone. They didn't realize this shit before they got involved in something here.
Oh, so like I was saying.
You got a surprise that'll make you soon. Get ready, expect good things and show gratitude.
Maternal fungus.
A friend will help you get in a position to provide you with a job or opportunity, or you will work with good friends here. Okay? This could be a new connection or connections. Okay? Give me one. Money troubles will be clearing up soon. You will experience a breakthrough in the storm. The Spirit wants you to know that. Somebody know this here. They in fear, they have anxiety because they know things are about to change for you. Okay? This is what Spirit is saying here.
Oh, guys.
Feel like whoever connected to the enemies, okay, that's pulling away, breaking away from the enemies, they try to take the high road in this situation here with these people. But Spirit is saying here, that's not gonna work. Somebody's efforts to take the high road in a situation, it's not gonna work. Their efforts will bear no fruit. It's a lost cause, so they have to like detach and move forward and move on from this here. Okay? This is what I'm getting here.
Put the video on 3 times. So you heard all that. That's pretty much how life goes for me. That and a lot of napping. And I don't know much of anything at all, I guess. I'm glad that this scenario is not one that is going to weigh in my head. Way in my Tower of London type place. It's got a fairly burly. I don't mind saying hello, but I gotta get some rest. And I don't want to say that. I think we're back.
Sex without X. Those exact words. This one is a little bit funny because it feels more like a public service announcement rather than a message. I don't know, it's just different. That's the best way that I know how to describe it. But I'm picking up on an energy that essentially they are a walking, talking, and breathing red flag. Everything about this person, it's low vibrational. It feels as if they have 27 different lust monkeys on their back at any given moment of any given day.
That's my girl.
They have a sex addiction.
Cool.
Obviously.
Awesome.
And it's not only that. It's like this person is destruction everywhere they go. Everyone they come into contact with, everything that they touch, it eventually turns to shit, which might sound a little bit harsh, but it's the truth. You know, more often than not, the truth, it hurts, and is harsh. This person, they have a really hard time letting anyone or anything go as well, which brings me to you can't spell sex without X. This person, it's like everyone that they have ever dated, they have them in a metaphorical Rolodex, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
People that they are no longer in a relationship with, they still have intimate encounters with on the regular.
Not surprising.
There is not anyone in their history that they have ever cut ties with and completely stayed away from. Now, they act like that's what they've done, and that is what they do, but it's not true. There is not a single ex that they do not mess around with. Well, and this person is also, I guess you would call them a practicing witch or a practicing warlocky poo. And it's like love spells. Love spells. They are their, what's it called?
Bread and butter.
Love spells are their thing, is what I'm trying to say. My mind is drawing a blank. Their specialty. That is what I mean to say. Love spells are their specialty. They love a good love spell. It's almost like they are addicted to love. They are addicted to being in love. They love attention from both sexes. They are not picky. They do not discriminate. They crave attention from men, partners, people they work with, people they live with. Again, they do not discriminate. It's like they have this deep desire to be the apple of everyone's eyes. They want all attention on them every moment of every day.
Weird.
And basically, that is the message. This person, they have issues. And I feel the need to point out that the names you see on the screen, the names, the birthdays, just because you see a name or a birthday, that does not mean that that is the energy that I am referring to in this video. Maybe you see your name or your birthday. Here's your sign, sort of thing. So, yeah, that is the message. A little bit strange, I thought. But apparently, some of you need to be aware of this lust monkey.
I don't see any there is no mention of any date or any whatever, so I don't see it's that big a deal. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's cool. There's a tweet from somebody who I promised their father wouldn't have sex with. So I guess I'll let her have sex with me. Click. Nevertheless, it's real. So about that covenant, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah, I still have a covenant. So I guess I'm not gonna knock anybody up. I guess I'm not going to get married today. I guess I'm not going to go too far because there's a covenant. And gosh, I'd like to do something about that, but until I do, there's a hard blocked wall. It's no joke. It's been there quite some time. It's going to be there for quite some time to come. It's been a real lifesaver. And while it hasn't stopped me from liking people, it has stopped me from developing anything any further, which has been great since for several times in the last 5-6 years. My opponents have sent women who I didn't select at me under various guises to fuck up my life. No questioning me, no asking me what I thought. Just suddenly random hottie shows up with compromising positions. And not that I couldn't otherwise, but with the existence of the covenant and the awareness that that's exactly what happens to people in the situation, I've been managing to flawlessly navigate the hazards that come with being a 52-year-old man with no action whatsoever and no hygiene and apparently a shitload of money floating around somewhere. I don't really know where or why. I don't care. It's not really my money. I'm just sort of like the figurehead, and it hasn't really helped me get anything done, largely because everybody that I'm allowed to hang out with pretty much just wants to compromise me and then get rid of me. Not pretty much everyone. It's fucking weird. 3 days ago, this guy shows up. He's got gack, he's got points, he's got a girl. She's cute, I like her. I like most people. I don't like her too much. And then, no, I didn't really feel like going on somebody else's timetable. Oh, look, gack and points. Oh boy, for me? No. Kuzi, do you have a point? Here, you need a point. You should have a point on you. Really? I should? Should I? Well, I am a needle junkie, so it would seem to make sense if I did, but I'm not, right? And the notion that I'm here like 5 years and most days I sit around wondering, what would that be like? I have no idea. I'm not allowed to do that. Other people are. And then sometimes all of a sudden, boom! Oh, hi. Enter stage left. Bing! Yeah, it's not something I get to choose, other than to say no thank you. And then disappointed, they wander off. Okay, well that was exciting. Sort of, not really. It's not usually how it goes in my world. I don't usually respond to the inertial requests of people who are trying to get me off my land and put me in prison. But nevertheless, that's how they do things out here. Since it's like a wargaming exercise. I didn't ask for this. It's just something that I can do. And as most everything else has been tried, that's the latest thing. This doesn't have anything to do with the person that I like. I don't know if she knows what I've been going through, but she's about to goddamn find out. And I have no particular desire to wander up to her and juice her up and then give her the high hard one. I've never done that. I don't want to now. It's not even crossing my mind. Don't care either way. Oh, are you into that? Okay, well, we'll talk about that some other time. Tell me about your eyes, right? That's not what. It's not. I don't think that's what usually is heard from needle junkies. And then I don't know if this person knows anything about what I'm like. No, if I wanted needle sex, I would have gotten around to that, and I wouldn't have had to leave the state or inject myself with a new version of the scabies virus. I wouldn't. It would be something else entirely. It's an entirely different proposition than most people think. Some people think, okay, first you get the woman, then you get the needles, then you got to find a safe place. Then you clap your hands together and hail Dark Lord. Say, no. It's nothing like that at all. Unless it is, I guess. I haven't done that or care to. I don't care to. It doesn't usually come up, but I see that it does come up for some people, especially in this part of the world, because a lot of people, that's 3 times a week with a Sunday matinee. Not for me. Although recently, hey, you got a point? You need a point. No, thanks. And now, well, no, I'm not going to run down there with a syringe clamped in my teeth with gack flowing out behind me in the wind and summon the theme to Rocky. A lot of people would be thinking that. Nope, not at all. I'm just not into satisfying my base craving desires. And for some people, this is an incomprehensible statement, since they're racked with sex and drug addictions and they've never done certain things and they don't understand discipline or what the trap is, or been studying esoteric mysticism, or set up their life specifically to demonstrate this kind of fidelity. Since I was disappointed to find out that somebody went without me and had a bad time, because I could have seen that coming. And then now I don't want to have a bad time. I'm not having a bad time. I'm having a great time. I don't even need to do anything. I'm having a great time. I don't even need to publish this. It doesn't even need to develop into anything, because it kind of already is anyway. And I don't have to be concerned about doing the wrong thing or wanting to do the wrong thing. I know I want to do the wrong thing, but I already know that I do the right thing. It's kind of what I do. It's my brand. And the best part is that somebody who did the wrong thing a couple times at least gets to hear me on my little YouTube show talking about how discipline works and how brazenly talking about shit out loud works. Yeah, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that and maybe I'll do this and it'll be fine. Waka waka. Some people don't get to do that. They're whispering and they get a conspiracy charge and they're screwed. The sheriff overhears them on the shortwave man. They're like, oh no, I'm going to get that guy. You got to stop him before he puts his... Sometimes it's like that. It's almost like that in my case with some situations in the past. It is like that with this one. Last time I was there, 2 cops were yelling at me, don't come back there, you get arrested. Well, fuck. That's where she is. They know that. That's why they said, don't come back and be arrested. I don't know if they meant it or if that's even a real thing, or if I could just fucking punch them out and take her away over my shoulder after clubbing her with my shillelagh. I don't really know just how much leeway I have here. But if it weren't for certain critical diplomatic issues, I'd be down there being an idiot. Hopefully not too filthy, but the place has a shower. I initially thought go there and take a shower and grab her there with me and shower with her for hours. I didn't think about that long, because that's not going to happen at all today. I got to do some, a little more chitty chatty, and I don't know if that would work out well in any way. I don't know when I'd be able to remember to stop, and I don't have to let go to that degree. I don't. I just want to. Once again, probably not what the proprietors of the truck stop want at all. I don't think. If they filmed it, maybe it could be like a box office draw, but I don't think that's called for, or even any kind of speculation in that direction is ideal. Other than it would be awesome. Yeah. And I like to think that I'm smart enough and disciplined enough and, gosh darn it, old enough to be too decrepit to, be that grabby. So I'm not afraid to go down there and risk the chance of losing control. But I don't really have the opportunity to be normal, since surrounded by people who tell me what to do on a sexual level for fucking years. This doesn't really enhance the experience for me. At all, no. And I'm not overly concerned, but it is a concern. Not quite sure how to deal with it yet. I'm hoping talking it to death will be something that I can just do once, and then it'll just be understood that I'm not really all that shy, but I don't want to catch a domestic terrorist charge, and kind of scared that I'll get erect so fast that I'll faint from blood loss. That can happen. For real. Yeah. Not too likely, but significantly more likely than me not causing a scene when I get there, since I don't know how I'm going to get there. No car, no license. Well, actually I have a car. Should I steal a car? No, I'll get the car that doesn't work, which suddenly works all of a sudden. Don't have registration plates, but I found something that I could steal. I mean, there's lots of ways that the temptation is there to hurry up and get it done, and then I could be whisked away to jail. Certain people want me to be whisked away to jail forever. I don't want that. And if this woman thinks that's the best thing that can happen, well, she's got another thing coming. I didn't have to get whisked away the last time. I needed to be. I had to go to jail. I had to be checked over. 6 weeks in and out. Exonerated trial. I'm a free man. I don't know if she knows this. Would love to say, hey, guess what? Let's celebrate. Couldn't do that. I have been told by 2 uniformed officers of the law, Lewis County deputies, if you go back there, you'll be arrested. Then they drove off. Not obsessed over it, but it does remind me starkly of, wow, they must be serious. Gosh. They didn't pull a knife and, ask me about proximity to anus, but same kind of thing going on. Yeah, it gives a man pause. It really does. It really does. Not a whole lot of pause, though, since I'm going to have to do something about the situation, because for one thing, it exists. For another, kind of cast spells on each other. And for a third, this gives me a stepping off point to talk to somebody else who kind of offended me in their displayed lack of attention to the fact that I don't have any goddamn water, don't have any clothes, not really sure where my clothes went, but the perceived attention to this being an unjust circumstance didn't appear to be really there. In fact, there was a little bit of giggling. Not sure why it was so funny, other than, bet you're not gonna get laid now. Yeah, no shit. And then why that matters to so many people has a lot to do with them being spurged off sex addicts. A lot of that going around these days. Not so much that I'm addicted to sex, but it does seem kind of strange that there's this focus of leave me alone to die with no hugs. After 5 years, it's hard not to notice the sheer determination that a merry band of sex cultists have when it comes to plotting out my life. There's no place for me to bathe other than the river. It's fucking 30 degrees outside. My downstairs neighbor doesn't care. My house is trashed and the bathroom is filthy. Even if the water were turned on, can't bathe here. Nevertheless, suddenly out of nowhere, guys who do various things up to and including hang out with women and shoot up, and then, I don't know, disappear, but they start talking about turn the water back on. Okay, well, great. Brilliant timing. Doesn't fucking matter. The situation is more complex than that. In fact, it's beyond complex. It's untenable. And so the focus on the little details of, okay, it's time to get your water back on since you're thinking about girls. No, it's not time to get the water back on. I don't know what it's time for, but meeting with the trustee coming up. I'm going to find out what the F. And really, I'd just be like happy to have a big wad of cash thrown at me and then I could leave. Preferably somewhere nice, or with somebody nice, or sensibly in any way. But that's not meant to happen. I'm meant to be confused, I'm meant to be riddled with angst, and I'm meant to be afraid to walk to the goddamn truck stop to say hello and say, hey, guess what? I'm innocent. Because I'm not. If I return to the truck stop, I'll be arrested. So I'm thinking maybe we'll hyphenate. Doesn't seem to be something I should probably take lightly. Might as well just jump directly into a 30-year commitment. Get a timeshare, of course. Adopt some sort of long-lived animal, not just a puppy, but like a hyacinth macaw, since they can't block that. They could block my cock, but can they block a parrot? I don't know. Why would they block it? What? Why? Answers haven't been forthcoming. And then does it matter? Well, yeah, maybe. Since the question's still going to be there, even if I do get some action. Okay, so why couldn't I have done that before? I don't care. Let's do it again. The kind of distractions that can come up. I've been in love before, a lot. I've done this kind of thing. Being forced into a dry spell when some sort of magic sex cult ritual is happening around the neighborhood while various things happen. That's surprisingly new, and I don't really want to just get beyond the circumstance. I want to find out who the fuck set this up, and then, well, number one, document the experience. Number 2, congratulate them. And number 3, something painful to somebody. Since it better have been worth it. I guess it kind of was. It's not like I was in a hurry, but the angst and the ridicule and the jeering just seems kind of unnecessary. Especially since now I'm more than happy to go overboard explaining how angst and jeering and ridicule, it's not something I enjoy. Not going to worry about it over too much, but whoever was thinking that I was still fixated on the other one, well, I'm not. And then I don't know what the hell's going to happen with that one, since can't really call her since she's doing something else, probably imagining that. Well, I don't know. I don't know if she listens to me. I don't know if she has whatever with other people. I have no clue. None. I haven't been looking into that situation for months, if not years. I didn't want a new sweetie. I wanted Allison. Okay, well, I don't really want Allison so much as have her somewhere on ice. Not literal ice, but she's busy. And this parameter is a little different. It's not like a vague threat. It's not like some weird situation. It's not like, oh, I'm going to do this or you do that. No, it's oh, I met somebody who I actually like. Actually. Pretty sure I'm not just desperate. I don't think I'm desperate. If I were that person wondering about me, I would think that I'd be desperate, since the last thing I had said would be that a person I liked was too much cheatery chatty, not knowing that. Yeah, that was pretty much necessary, since if I hadn't, I probably would have changed my mind about going to jail and then done something ridiculous, since it was a fairly intense draw, pretty fast, which I wasn't really trusting of. But that's what happens when attraction magic and legitimately interesting people who are both way too lonely. When all those three combine at the same time, it tends to make a surge that I'm dealing with now. It's still not enough to shatter the covenant, which is cool. Covenant's a pretty big deal. And I don't want to describe how important the covenant was, but I told people about it, and they still did things like find strangers and send them to do ridiculous things to compromise my values repeatedly while taking my money and making jeering remarks of ridicule. I don't think it'll be an apocalypse. I don't think it'll be a problem. And I don't think my roommate, or excuse me, my housemate, my friend, I don't think he knows I feel the same way. It's agonizing. It's annoying. Why don't I put the phone down? Well, it's 8:30 in the morning, 8:26. I've been told if I go back there, I'll be arrested. And it's a little too early for me to knock on somebody's door and have a conversation with them about things that need to be done differently, ever, and why certain things need to be said at least once. Not like they're going to lead to fisticuffs, but in addition to putting this on my little YouTube show, this person who knows other people would be well served to get the word out about certain things. Like, I'm not angry, but just was this some sort of hazing ritual? Was it something you'd done before? Or is it something you were unaware of being an unfoldment around you? Since it seemed like giggling while making my life more difficult than it had to be was the order of the day for a while. Like, wait, hang on. Is it a Masonic thing? Is it an envious thing? I'm not sure at all. I aim to find out, since I haven't been told that I'll go to jail if I ask piercing, pertinent questions about somebody who probably should have known better, or if it's some sort of county-wide gaius. I'm not really sure. I know I'd like to find out at all, and giving it a good shot before I very likely disappear from the place. Just grab her and go. Get a hot air balloon. Psh, hop on a slow-moving flight anywhere. These are the kind of thoughts that run through my mind. Escape. Bad-smelling clothes or not. And that's kind of a troublesome thing, since fight or flight that begins to start making a rational amount of sense It's not a good sign. And if that's an unconscious thing, maybe. If there's a bunch of women doing candle magic while these other fag lords are supporting it in the background, and they're doing it so they can get my inheritance, which apparently is significant enough to make these people waste time. Now seems to be the time to look into that. It's not something I want to leave behind, or wonder about, or fall victim to some sort of missing pitfall, or forgetting the possibility that this super ultra hottie that I like, I really do. I'd rather talk about her than the pitfall, but whatever. I don't want to get into a George Lazenby here, where, oh, you're so wonderful, bang bang. That's the kind of shit that can happen. You ever read Bag of Bones? Stephen King book? Oh, it's terrible. Speaking of Bag of Bones, I don't know where my bags of bones of my cat skeletons are. Do I leave them behind? Or does she and I go on a quest for bones that were stolen from my residence? I'm not really sure. That one I'll have to discuss privately in conclave. Hopefully while cuddling after bathing or something. Or maybe not. Like, fuck it. Maybe I'm just the right kind of stank. I would have found out by now, but I had been told I'll be arrested, so I'm thinking it over. And then I'd smell better, but rather than being allowed to go to a neighbor's house and bathe, or anything, been giggled at and then left alone by people who have lives somewhere else that I'm not privy to. This has been going on for months. Wow. So it's not that I'm fed up with the situation or that I'm deranged. I suddenly started thinking about somebody in a way that indicated they were thinking about me. I would have been ready to go much sooner. I don't know how I could have done that, since I thought, I should go down there and say, hi, I've been exonerated at trial and I've been cleared of all charges. Oh, but wait, I've been told by dudes with guns, if I did that, I'd be arrested. It's a sticky situation. I mean, it's not too sticky, right? But I think it calls for a certain amount of class and decorum that I don't usually have to think about ahead of time. I don't usually have to wonder if I'm going to lose my cool and start explaining just how stupid and fucked off this is. Remind people about hate crime statutes. Ask them, hey, did you know that this is pretty fucked up here? See if they know how to spell Emmett Till, that kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to do all that. I want to strip naked, lube up, and fuck. It's just my hand to God. I'm not going to lie. Not really so much. I mean, for one thing, I barely know her yet. I do like a conversation. I like going to movies. I don't know where the fuck a movie theater is. I don't have a car. I don't have any money. I don't have any clothes. I don't even know if she's colorblind or what. It may not matter, since I guess in this part of the world, they pour the magic perfume and bang, you're off at the races. And I will note, I don't see this person coming here. No, it's at a location where I've been told to stay away from. So it has mythic resonance and the hallmark of reality. So rather than explain all this to her on the first date and talk about how wonderful it is to surmount the challenges, well, I'm talking to my phone. I'm going to put it down shortly. Then I'm going to go down, talk to this other person, and ask some other questions. See if they can make some sense of things, since for the last few weeks, I've been kind of hoping somebody would give me some money, like the precious metal broker that was supposed to sell my silver coins, but mysteriously continues to take 8 to 10 days to perform a transaction that used to take 4 or 5. I suppose it's just that time of the month. No. These are hallmarks of divine timing. And not one person thinks I should be clean or bathed. I'm supposed to figure it out myself, which, Well, I was looking forward to spending my money that I earned. And then since I can't, I could get in the river, or I could knock on doors and say please. And with their bald faces hanging out, people who say things to me indicate their ideas to be listened to. They think this is perfectly normal. It's the most bizarre situation I've ever recognized. It kind of belies their intent. So that's cool. And I guess in light of the false information that I put on my phone that probably not everybody should look at, it probably wouldn't make too much of a difference. But in the larger scheme of things, which I won't go into too deeply, yeah. It's almost like finally the floodgates have opened and I'm allowed to consider talking to somebody with my dick that I actually chose myself, rather than one that was selected for me. And as I recognize this dynamic, this is the first time that's happened in more years than I care to think about. Oh, the phone's ringing. It's a number I don't recognize. If I answered it, there'd be nobody there. I'm pushing call screening. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Phone hasn't worked in years. I guess there's some sort of telepathy way. I don't know exactly how ridiculous these people get. I guess pretty ridiculous. Oh, the call went away. Oh, damn. Disappointing. Since I do actually like the person, I'm going to follow up with the actual intent of my discourse. But I don't have to do that. Hell, I could kiss and make up with my housemate and start giving rub and tugs for each other. It's not really what I'm going to do, but thankfully I still have the option. But I don't have the option of talking to grapefruit, acknowledging the covenant, and then making little grapefruit babies. Don't do that. Can't call this other woman since she's at work and insane. Can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. All these restrictions. Life is hard enough as it is. And it's much harder when you have a habit that other people don't particularly like. Nevertheless, it's the law and it has to be respected. That's cool. I don't even have to do the habit. People think that it has something to do with things. It doesn't. I don't think. If it does, well, I'll notice that. That's one of the things that happens when a person has a habit. And it's something that I apparently was suspected of doing with grapefruit. People thought that I juiced her up and that's why she liked me. No, I actually like her. I still like her. And one day, she's going to figure out this is what one man can do. There's a covenant for a reason. And for years, she was told I couldn't do anything. People would laugh at her. And she and her children would not be safe because I wasn't really a paladin. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, hi everybody, hi. I am the greatest paladin that has ever fucking lived. And don't you fucking forget it.
In a relationship or in a family dynamic, okay? So this is something with integrity. Let me say something about these cards before I finish. There is nothing misled. I'm not misled. I was reading a comment, and the truth of the matter is, I am not misled. These cards...
Can you believe this shit? I can't believe this shit. It's so timid. Yeah, there's a family situation in that, well, I'm sure she has friends. They're not going to like me. I don't like them either.
Is attached to and what that person is calling on. If you don't know, I work with the Holy Spirit. I work with the one true living God, period. These cards is nothing demonic about these cards. This is what
Listen to all that cope. That's kind of comforting, since the reader's aware that, yeah, people are going to be thinking that little Michael Kuzi cast his little love magic spells. No, she did that on me. It's like that. It's like that in this town. Now, having established dominance, we may continue.
In the spirits, or the entities, the deities, the demons, the devils, whatever it is that they are working with, to see. These are only cards. And
I hope she's demonic. A demonic woman? What is that like? Does that make a Randy?
Can represent any of us at any time of the day. We could be any.
This is like beginner's tarot 101. My tarot cards have been taken, and then I don't think I'm gonna get them back. Got my boots and my backpack and my favorite kilt. Yeah. That's okay.
Want to put you in the Eight of Swords mentality, even though like this is a situation where whether you were talking or in a relationship, this person made you confuse the situation.
Yeah, the police who said don't come back or we'll arrest you. Yeah. Now, I think violence is always the last option, so having these police officers thrown in jail for being hate crime aficionados, I don't think that's the right way to go. But maybe that's the way I should take charge and really impress the woman. In this part of the world, I guess that's an option. I guess I'm supposed to sometimes be real forceful, since I guess that's what they do here sometimes. I'm not doing any of this at all. These are just examples.
It could be in the Ten of Cups. You also see what was going on. It's like the actions that someone was taking with the Fool card to the Eight of Swords. It felt immature and childish. And there was also like some mental anguish, as someone wanted you in like a victim mindset. This is how it's like people will triangleize a situation or overplay their hand or overplay their power or their authority in your life, or even them, what they mean to you in your life. It's like someone was pushing your limits. Someone was trying to see how much you would deal with, and it borderline. The way you were looking at the situation is that someone was with that victim, with this Eight of Swords. It's like they were
relentlessly fucking with me after isolating me from society and preventing me from getting hugs for fucking multiple years. While my most recent lover was, I don't know what, with I don't know who, but she sure as shit wasn't doing anything with me. Then this girl who looks like she's fallen out of heaven and made for me is at the truck stop. And I go there and I do too much chitty chatty, and then I go to jail. Are you with me so far? This is a scenario. There's a covenant. I'm not going to do anything that I can't do. But supposedly I got to be fucked with, so I don't. I don't know. Whatever they're worried about. Well, I want to do more of that. I guess they're not worried about me breaking the covenant. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't done any focus group testing to find out what kind of perfectly normal activity the locals are concerned about me doing. I guess giving her the hep, giving her the hivy, giving her the demon baby. I don't know. Hopefully, some sort of federal investigation will notice this kind of chitter chatter and then bring them all up for hate crimes. Since if I'm gonna get the two sheriff's deputies who said don't go back or I'll be arrested, if I'm gonna get those two, why not round up the whole town that's been engaging in hate? Then we can have the place to ourselves.
It's like when you first meet someone, you're meeting their representative. Period. You're not really meeting that person. Later, you see that person. You see how that person reacts to different life situations. You know more about this person, and it's like in this situation, you were looking at this person as if this is the type of person that cannot help but triangleize you, or try to victimize you, or try to it's like seek like the attention or the love or the whatever it is that you were bringing to the relationship or to the table wasn't enough, and it's like you don't want to be in a family dynamic with someone
who's gonna call the police and have me sent to jail for showing up at the wrong truck stop. They don't really know what I want. How could they? They couldn't be listening. They couldn't be that magical, right? But I'm not going to break the covenant. I mean, I might want to, and then maybe I can call. Maybe I can say, hey, let's go find the person who's preventing her from calling and say, hey, where's that woman? Is she frozen in carbonite? I don't know. But these are the kind of options that are way more interesting to me than having sex or summoning demons or launching another hate crime investigation or, God forbid, fucking filing lawsuits and getting money. I don't want money. I don't want power. I want snuggles, which ordinarily is kind of okay, but maybe not. Maybe snuggles are the worst thing that can happen. My housemate is banging pots and pans and such. He gets kind of jumpy when I start talking about sorcerer's power dynamics in his hometown. I don't blame him. It's kind of a private thing. It's not usually looked at, and when I hold up these items and talk about them, it kind of sounds like they're kind of stupid, since they're part of a ancient Masonic tradition that holds a bunch of secrets within it that I actually don't have to pay any attention at all. I'm just doing so to be polite, and there's nothing stopping me from talking about it because, well, I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about my perceptions. Yeah. Wouldn't be doing that if I could do things normally. I'd be I don't know, fumbling over words and trying to figure out how to convince her to spread her legs. But instead, I'm doing a deep dive, deconstructive analysis over whatever kind of fucked off shrew mess they got in this town. I think it's actually very, very picturesque. It's not really archaic. It's not really quaint. It's old-timey Salem, Massachusetts stuff. And it's been running roughshod over my life for years. And it's left me penniless in a house that's been ransacked 13 times. I don't actually think it's a hate crime. I really don't. I think it's actually respectful. I really do. And thankfully, I'm not doing my own hate crime investigation. But I can see why these things take so much time, since they don't want to get it wrong. And if I keep paying attention to things besides her breasts, I'm going to start hating myself. It's actually pretty agonizing. Second best option is to start paying attention to where I'm going to bathe, but let's continue. Bummer.
That you had was abused and misused as well, and that's something that you didn't appreciate either. It's like you being with someone or meeting someone, and you let that person in, and you let that person meet the real you, not a mask, not a representative, but who you were was too good for this person to digest, and they couldn't digest it. They needed some type of drama going on when you had cut off so many people, places, and things so that you could keep your peace and integrity. And then you were choosing to bring someone in, and this person was coming with a bunch of baggage, a bunch of, I'm getting like immaturity. I'm getting,
cool.
Whether this person was dealing with something mental, because I'm also getting that as well. I'm getting like someone.
Cool. Since I'm not all that innocent. And the truth is, I would have been happy to have dealt with all this much sooner, but it just wasn't time, and I'm filthy. And I can just see someone coming in and saying, "Hey, have you seen that weirdo come in? He hasn't been bothering you, has he?" I can imagine that. I don't know what's actually happened. I'm not that good at remote viewing, but I know that for me, and somebody asked me if I'd seen the person who I hadn't seen and acted as if it would be bad, personally, if it was me, at that point I instantly become much more interested. Like, no, I haven't, and what's the big deal, Tommy? Does he have the whooping cough? No, it's well, I didn't care for the ones that I didn't select that came by, and then I do care for the ones that I do select because, well, I selected them, and then I don't really need to force the issue, but apparently other people do. Without being at all direct about it. Does that doesn't make it a conspiracy. That makes it stealthy, occluded. Weird. I'm filthy with no money, and then somebody's wandering around asking about my activities, and they could just call me and ask. They could just say, "Hey, what are you thinking about doing with your penis?" Well, I mean, I could tell them, right? Well, first there's this covenant. I mean, I don't know if they want to actually know, or if they're just trying to make their moves. You dig? I don't know, but I don't really need to find out. It's a matter of mild interest right now. In the future, it might make more sense in another context, since they clearly don't know what they're dealing with. Since they're not stopping anything, and if anything, they're just simply making it going to be more to my liking. Since if they can't tell that I'm pretty fucking tired of being alone and treated like some fucking freak. Pretty tired about that, yeah. I'm going to say exhausted, just like utterly. If they can't figure that out, they may be a little bit tone deaf in other areas. So, not that I think it's time to start following them around and calling them racial epithets and ethnic slurs while explaining to them they need to change their habits and getting a job. I don't think we're ready for that yet, but it may be notable that some attentions have been paid in the wrong direction, and others are seemingly immune to that kind of thing, which, as far as strategy goes, might be a non-starter.
else brought out of you that was unnecessary. So now you're not treating that person the way you used to.
Well, no, we're not. No, I trust the person. It's a girl that I like. I trust that they're going to be taken aback. Since I actually like people, I don't just like what they're going to do. I like them. Running from the room shrieking isn't always what happens, but it has been known to. And since so many people have spent so much time making sure that I have every disadvantage possible, I might as well plan on an extensive commitment to tortured anguish longing, since why not, right? Perhaps if I present myself as somebody who wants to have serious unrequited emotional angst, perhaps their anti-magic will create that outcome as a less likely one, and then maybe she'll somehow manifest as all kinds of slutty, which not my favorite go-to thing, but I'm pretty sure I could handle that a lot more than a lot of forking of the evil eye and hexes being cast and Masonic councils saying, nay, nay. Maybe a guy with a bell coming out. God, that actually sounds kind of cool. No.
Spirit, give me one for the Fool and the Eight of Swords. What do we have for the Fool and the Eight of Swords?
Fool and the Eight of Swords.
Because I'm getting like you feel like this person was a fool. Yeah, death. It's like you had to bring an ending to this.
Yeah, I don't think she was a fool. No. I think it was necessary to explain to me, if you wouldn't be so chitty chatty, something else would have happened. Yeah, really would have. Because it was magicked up to happen. That shit can happen. And then I don't really want a magicked up thing. This is my magic. I don't really want something that's laid down by some kind of arcanic intelligence, according to some template, black and white, blah, blah, blah. No. If that can happen anytime. I'd prefer that it happened at the appropriate time for me and not for the Rotary Club. See what I'm saying? I don't usually analyze it to this extent, but having been at the center of a number of psyop spooklord fagfests, I've learned to circle my prey before the pounce.
Family with the devil almost. This is also someone who is in some type of organization, secret society, someone that have other people in groups, in organizations.
Oh yeah. Like guys who drive police cars who say, "Don't come back or you're going to be arrested." Well, shit, it'd be worth it. And then short of casting an attraction spell to get this woman to float out of her body and come over here, which is hackneyed, something that's going to be appropriately effective and not actionable as a domestic terror attack. Something that I think comes across as charming and not creepy, and yet still, I don't want to do any blood orgy ritual immediately. I want to get tested for the pox, and slowly and agonizingly delay the breaking of the covenant as long as possible, so everybody involved can just be on fucking tenterhooks about the whole fucking thing. Since how could it become a cliche otherwise?
But once you've seen that, it's like this person caused a lot of stir up and trauma just in the, I don't know if it could have been a year you was dealing with this person. It could be a year and a half. It could be a few months. Some people will come in.
No, it was like 3 days, like a lightning bolt. And then, whoosh, I disappear after doing way too much chitty-chatty. And then I'm exonerated. I'm not guilty. And then instead of showing up, I just sit here, apparently doing nothing but being a dope-smoking hippie. Apparently. I can see how that would wear on a person, since it looks pretty dumb, honestly. I'm aware of that. You know what else looks dumb is when the police stick their heads out of their fucking windows and say, "Don't come back or you'll be arrested." When the police do that, that's pretty fucking dumb too. Not that it isn't flattering or unnecessary, but I got enough problems with my social anxiety as it is. More threats of incarceration. I mean, on the one hand, it is tremendously stimulating, and on the other, it's fucking unlawful.